Good evening, everybody. It's been one heck of a day for me and one heck of a day for Ukraine. Venezia and half of Cherkasky going off air alert just now. Good to be back. Good to be back. Oh, Nura eating limes, huh? You doing a food challenge too? Sorry, couldn't resist. McPigeon in chat, Linda H, David N, Steve Sane, Pyro Kurt, Nura, Haji, Not Sherlock Holmes, and Mexigirl. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Little rough space going over, and well, YouTube not wanting to admit a mistake, not even contacting me, just turning back on live stream. Kind of funny. Anyways, not to dwell on it for too much, we'll just hop into operational information as of 8 a.m. April 25th, 2025 regarding the Russian invasion. As always, we start with glory to Ukraine. I'll keep this up until we get to the individual directions. The 1,157th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. The enemy, using its superiority in manpower and equipment, is attacking our positions. Ukrainian defenders are steadfastly holding back the onslaught of the invaders, inflicting significant losses on the enemy. Kharkiv just dropped off. In total, 175 clashes were recorded over the past 24 hours. Oh, thank you. Dnipro, Kimnograd, Mykolaiv also dropping the air alert. Yesterday, the enemy launched 1 missile strike and 110 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements. 72 missiles. Oh my word, that's a lot. This is Ruskaya Mir. This is the Russian peace. Coming out today saying, oh yeah, they're ready for a deal, and then this is what they did beforehand. 72 missiles and 201 guided aerial bombs. Russia also carried out 6,178 artillery strikes, with 115 of those strikes being from MLRSs. They also used 3,147 kamikaze drones for destruction. Airstrikes were carried out on the areas of the settlements of Ugrody, Krasnopilya, Stapok, Urezny, Miropilsky in Sumy, Kremsky Bugor in Chernihiv, Rydkobub, Putnukovo in Kharkiv, Alexandro Kalinova, Nikolaivka, Yablunivka, Grodivka, Suki-Yar, Udashny, Novomykolaivka, Zeleny Kut, Novopavlivka, Mirnograd, Moravka, Dashny, Novopil, Bogatar, Yavrova, Priut, Pokrovsk in Donetsk, Guliopil, Temrivka, Primorsky, in Zaporizhia. Over the past 24 hours, Defense Forces of Ukraine's aviation, missile forces, and artillery units struck 6 areas of concentration of personnel, weapons, and equipment, 9 artillery systems, and 1 enemy control point. Moving into the individual directions, skipping over Kharkiv and going to Kupiansk. 4 attacks by the invaders took place yesterday. Our defenders stopped the enemy assault actions in the areas of Novokruglivka, zooming in here, Novokruglivka, Zarazova, and Boguslavka. Heading down to the Liman direction. Liman. The enemy attacked 15 times. He tried to wedge his way into our defenses near Nove, Golodazny, Torsky, Yampolivka, Olhivka, Rydkobub, and Novimir. That's a new one. Try zooming in here. Let's cheat a little bit. Go to Google Maps and Novimir, just showing a place in Belarus. Obviously not the right one. Let's zoom into the area. Izium, Liman, Nove, Novimir, right here north of Mikrogroup. Okay. Let's head back to Deep State map. Oh, geez, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. So Novimir, 15 attacks along those settlements. Coming down to Servisk. In the Servisk direction, the defense forces stopped 8 offensive actions of the invaders near Bilogorivka, Vrgnokyemensky, Girogorivka, heading over to Kramatorsk. Kramatorsk, Liman, Slovansk, Kramatorsk, Konstantinivka. You hear a lot about those settlements. 13 clashes were recorded yesterday in the areas of Chasiv Yar, Andrivka, and having to zoom in, Bilogora. Oh, yeah, I lost my place. So, Pratechny and Divlivka. moving to the Tourette's direction, just to the south of Chasev Yar. Getting a little tongue-tied there. The enemy carried out 17 attacks in the areas of Toretsk, Leonidivka, Sechirabenivka, Dashny, and towards Divlivka and Novosipasky. Again, not showing up on this map, or I'm blind again. So let's go to Google Maps. Head down from Lehman, Kramatorsk, Chasev Yar, Toretsk, and let's search for okay, not there. No, let's see what it looks like in Ukrainian. Bilhora and Toretsk, Novosarkivko. Yeah, it's not even showing up on Google Maps. So I guess I'm going to have to not know where this settlement is. Unfortunately. Head back to the deep state map. Just give it a quick look over. Yeah, I don't know. Moving on to the Pokros direction, where our defenders stopped 65 assault actions of the aggressors in the areas of the settlements of, zooming in, Vodany Druj, Tarasivka, Sukiyar, Zerozove, Berezivka, I believe is up here. Berenivka. They're going to do this jumping around thing now, aren't they? Melanivka, Elizavetivka, Lisivka, coming way over here, Kotine, Udachny, Novosorhivka, Upensivka, Novo-Oleksandrivka. They're calling this Nadivka, Koltanyarka, and Drivka down here at the bottom, as well as in the directions of Novopavlivka, Pokrovsk, Kunishine, Oleksivka, jumping way back over here. Stara Nikolaevka, and Mirolubivka. Mirolubivka is right here. So many attacks, so many directions. They just jump around in the area. I wish it followed the map a little bit easier so it'd be easier to find the settlements they're talking about sometimes. But anyways, heading over from Pokrovsk to the Novopavlivka direction, where the enemy carried out 10 attacks near the settlements of Constantinople. Zoom in, Pravilny, Rozlive, and Odorodny. Let me kill Steam so I don't get any more messages. If it loads, come on. Exit Steam. There we go. Skipping over Guliopil and heading over to Orhiv. The enemy tried 9 times to advance near the settlements of Novodenlivka, Mala Srbački, Stepova, Sechirbaki, right next to the Younger, and towards Mala Tokmaka. They were unsuccessful. Heading over to Pridniprovsky, Kherson. Our soldiers successfully stopped 3 enemy attempts to advance in this area. They don't give specific towns to look towards, but we can assume it is generally in this area where the river Delta Islands are. In the Guliopil and Kharkiv directions, no clashes were recorded in the past day. Always good news to hear that. No signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups were detected in the Volyn or Polizia directions. Ukrainian Defense Forces continue the operation in Kursk. As we zoom to the north, and I guess that's going to have to do for the framing. Over the past day, the enemy carried out 17 airstrikes, dropping 26 guided aerial bombs, and carried out 367 artillery strikes, 5 of which were from MLRSs. Ukrainian defenders stopped 27 assault actions of the invaders. Our soldiers are inflicting significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Yes, I like saying it that way. Don't judge. Goes into the losses for Russia today. And of course, we end with join the defense forces, Razom Pereможemo, and Slava Ukraina. Let me grab the graphic. Oops. So true, that little meme you guys saw there. Total combat losses of the enemy on 4/25, April 25th. Russia lost 1,170 personnel, bringing the total to 946,500 2,500 troops that Russia has lost in this invasion. 9 more tanks, 3 armored personnel vehicles, 72 artillery systems, 3 MLRSs, 3 anti-aircraft warfare systems, 119 UAVs, 48 cruise missiles, and 151 vehicles. That is the Russian losses for today. Golby, hey there. LJ, good to see you too. Let me go scroll back up and so glad to be here with all you guys. Thank you, Sherlock Holmes, so much for Putin stopping. Yeah, Now, one of the videos you guys missed yesterday, since Mexi Girl said so much for Putin stopping.
Vladimir, stop.
Come on, open on the right page.
Stop. Stop it. Will you stop? Will you stop?
Public Russian.
One more time, that's funny.
Vladimir, stop. Stop it. Will you stop? Will you stop?
Public Russian.
Sorry, I could not resist. Steve Shane says BB will be here soon. Everybody, quick, get in your comments before that. Of course, LJ playing the like monitor and giving out cookies. Mitch Ashdown, welcome. Just trying to get caught up with chat here really quick. Yeah, I'm going to be complaining more when I try to lay down and yeah, that's gonna hurt. I'm trying to straighten out my back, and even that little bit of motion's like, and I've taken a painkiller. Oh yeah, you should do the lighter ones. You take off the top part of the lighter and cause it to leak. You light that, and as it melts the plastic, it becomes a bottle rocket. Gobi uploaded a cat video and forgot to switch. Yeah, there's many of those out there. Oh, and we would get packs of sparklers. Yeah, I remember doing that. The one I really enjoyed was the snakes, the black cat snakes, where you set them on fire and they. But if you, me and my brother would have contests, like we put like 3 or 5 or whatever together and try to get them to make the most and see who made the cooler sculpture with the black cats. Yeah, it's not hard to set off a car alarm. Um, just remember, Golby, I'm in the middle of farm country. It's really easy for me to get my hands on fertilizer. Oh, I forgot about. It's still downstairs in the fridge, so no horseradish tonight. We'll look at that maybe on Sunday. Um, I do have a reloading bench, Golby, and access to reloading materials. I'll just say that. Well, all caught up with chat. Thank you guys for putting up with me while I did that. As you can see, a large portion of Ukraine has been taken off air alerts. It is 5:45 a.m. in Ukraine. Kyiv Oblast has been on air alert for 2 hours 25 minutes. Chernihiv 3 hours 57 minutes. Sumy 8 hours 29 minutes. Poltava 5 hours 35 minutes. And Zolotonosha 4 hours 47 minutes. Cherkasky District 4 hours 47 minutes. And Donetsk under air alert just for 16 minutes. Coming back on after 1 hour 27 minutes. Heading to Easter Pasanki fundraiser. Let me refresh this just so we get the complete latest. 159,134 euros raised so far. 60,000 left to go. There's a lot of fundraising still left to do. Sukyu Mime is taking over the #1 spot from Ukraine Matters. Laser Pig coming on strong. I believe he's working for 2 vehicles. Coming down here to check on the other channels that we've helped out. PSO1 is over 1,000 now. Phil Ipner with On the Edge, over 1,000. So the other one I would like to help out is Rudy Acosta Jr. with Rudy Reacts at $800 with 13 donations. So let's get, if you can and have the means to, head over to Rudy's campaign. Give him a little bit of love. And let's go look to see who else is in here. Because I know you guys, Michael, only Michael there. But of course, you see the Anonymouses coming in. The Mooses. If you can, go give Rudy a little bit of love and get him over the $1,000 mark. Keep supporting Ukraine any way you can. But just wanted to give a little bit of love towards some of the other creators and influencers, or whatever you want to call us, trying to raise funds and help Ukraine. Let me put the air alert map in the background. And the one other image I had lined up for yesterday when I couldn't stream that I want to show you guys is the title of The Economist. April 26th. The Economist. Only 1,361 days to go. They're not talking about the war in Ukraine. They're talking about America and how many days we have left with the Oompa Loompa in office. That's a lot of that's more horseradish than I have. I have to go to the store to buy that much. But good luck, Gobi, and spread the love. Heading to Zelensky's channel, and he does have a speech for us today, but there's a couple. Oh, yeah. Only today, rescue operations were completed at one of the sites of the Russian strikes on Ukraine on April 24th. Then, the Russians unfortunately managed to kill 12 of our people in Kyiv. Almost 90 were injured in the city. More than 30 people remain in hospitals now, including with various serious injuries and amputations. All of the details regarding the missiles are being clarified, but it is already clear that these are ballistics from North Korea. Sorry, I'm trying to rehydrate too, because I did a lot today. The lack of pressure on Russia allows them to import such missiles and other weapons and use them here in Europe. The lack of pressure on North Korea and its accomplices allow them to produce, in particular, these ballistic missiles. The missiles that killed the people of Kyiv contained at least 116 components imported from other countries. And most of them, unfortunately, were manufactured by American companies. I wish you'd name and shame. I'm not going to go through and read all of that. I will play the video from the cleanup in Kyiv. His speech without the subtitles, we'll come to that in a second. Today, together with diplomatic representatives of states and international organizations working in Ukraine, we were at the site of the ballistic missile strike in Kyiv, exactly where the rocket explosion took the lives of 12 of our people. My condolences to the families. Ordinary houses were destroyed. The rescue operation has only recently ended. More than 50 representatives of embassies were there, as well as representatives of international organizations. Together, we honored the memory of the dead. All the diplomats saw with their own eyes who Russia is attacking with its ballistic missiles. With ballistic missiles that they receive from North Korea. Tell me how this is a military target. It's right in the middle of a residential area.
Хочу подякувати вам, міжнародним організаціям, дипмісіям, шановним послам. Знаю, тут є представники Міністерства закордонних справ наших дружніх країн, наших партнерів. Ваша присутність тут – це велика повага до українського народу, до цієї боротьби за життя.
Загинуло в епіцентрі вибуху 12 чоловік. Із них одна дитина, загинула одна сім'я, батько, мати та 17-річний хлопець. В сім'ї залишилась тільки одна 14-річна дівчина, яка знаходиться зараз в лікарні. Поранено 87 осіб, із них 10 дітей і 25 літніх осіб. Ми витягнули з-під завалів одного чоловіка, який близько 8 годин знаходився в важкому стані в цьому будинку.
You see all the apartment buildings around. There's nothing here but apartments. And that is why Russia is a terrorist state. Moving on to Zelensky's speech. Actually, I want to take the air raid map and put it over there. Actually, you see new flights of drones coming out right now. So, Kharkiv back under air alert. And here is Zelensky's address for today.
Дорогі українці і українки, щойно провів засідання Ставки. Була сьогодні також окрема доповідь міністра оборони України. Найголовніше питання на сьогодні – ППО. Постачання в Україну систем ППО. Постачання ракет для ППО. Наші домовленості з нашими партнерами. Контракти. Наша готовність виробляти ППО в Україні та перемовини щодо ліцензій. Були доповіді військових та урядовців. Є завдання для Міністерства закордонних справ. Ми будемо намагатись досягти відповідної згоди також від Сполучених Штатів Америки. Згоди щодо патріотів для України. Ми готові купити необхідну кількість систем Петріот для нашої держави. Не йдеться про благодійність. Ми запропонували конкретні варіанти угоди, щоб захистити наших людей. Я доручив дипломатам працювати активніше щодо відповіді по Петріот.
They hit the drone manufacturing
Сьогодні ми
facility.
разом з
Yes.
дипломатичними представниками держав і міжнародних організацій, які працюють в Україні, були на місці удару балістики по Києву. Саме там, де вибух ракети забрав життя 12 наших людей. Мої щирі співчуття. Зруйновані звичайні будинки. Рятувальна операція тільки нещодавно закінчилась. Були на місці більш ніж 50 представників посольств та 11 представників міжнародних організацій. Ми разом вшанували пам'ять загиблих. Всі дипломати на власні очі побачили, кого атакує Росія своєю балістикою. Балістикою, яку вони отримують в Північній Кореї. Я дякую всім державам, які разом з Україною в таких обставинах, в такі моменти Європа, Латинська Америка, Африка, Азія, Австралія, регіон Тихого океану, Північна Америка. Всім партнерам хочу подякувати за підтримку зараз. І також всім міжнародним організаціям, які допомагають нам, які допомагають нашій державі, які підтримують українців. І окремо я хочу подякувати також всім журналістам, українським та іноземним, кожному блогеру, подкастеру, всім, хто поширює у світі правду про те, що відбувається у нас в Україні. І про те, як ми потребуємо миру. Найближчими днями можуть відбутись дуже вагомі зустрічі, які повинні наблизити тишу для України. Потрібне безумовне припинення вогню. Потрібен реальний тиск на Росію, щоб вони сприйняли або американську пропозицію припинити вогонь і рухатись до миру, або нашу пропозицію, будь-яку, яка справді може спрацювати і гарантувати надійне, негайне та безумовне припинення вогню. А потім достойний мир та гарантії безпеки. Дипломатія повинна спрацювати. І ми робимо все для того, щоб дипломатія стала справді змістовною і нарешті спрацювала. Нарешті. Слава Україні!
Героям слава! I was late today, so I did not go through today's videos. So we'll go through them now. "103 UAVs launched, 41 shot down last night. 40 failed to reach their targets. Kharkiv, Sumy, Cherkasky, Donetsk, Dnipro regions suffered damage because of the drones last night. We already know there is missiles and drones tonight. Some of the images of those strikes and rescuers trying to get people out of the burning buildings. Oh yeah, this was an interesting turn of events. Trump's already selling his 2028 campaign hats. You know, there was a reason our forefathers limited the term to 2 terms. And here he is trying to run for 2028 and 2032. Just another way Trump is trying to mimic Putin. Um, Curzon, enemy concentration, precise hit by UAV operators of the 40th Airborne. And yeah, unfortunately, I have to mute the music now. Not a very clear video. It's kind of fuzzy. um, it's not the same watching it without the music, is it? A car bomb likely exploded in that city near Moscow. According to initial version, gas exploded. So more beans for Russia. That's definitely a car bomb. Either that or it's a Tesla. One of the two.
Это у нас во дворе горит.
I don't know. Does Tesla make a station wagon?
Это чья машина, если...
Oh. I may have to cut this one short. Okay, I didn't even read that. Oh. The moment of the car explosion that killed the major general in that we just looked at. Funny, someone happened to just be recording at that exact moment, looking in the direction that it needed to be. Interesting. Uck Frump. In the Black Sea, Maritime Security of the State Border Service detained a ship of the Russian Shadow Fleet. So Ukraine itself adding to the third ship that I know of, anyways. Estonia detained one. India turned back another. And now Ukraine seized Russian prisoners. I have deadlines for peace talk. Yesterday, today has no deadline for peace talks. I want them to end quickly. Trump's hair is getting screwed by the consistency of a beekeeper. Okay, now I kind of want to play it.
Зустріч Вітковса з Путіним. Є новини про зустріч Вітковса з Путіним. Зустріч зараз на що ви сподіваєтесь? Так, вони зустрічаються, зараз говорять з Путіним. Багато що відбувається, думаю, матимемо гарні угоди. Включно старий, досить близько до цього. Ще одне за 12 штатів подали. Добре, ми перезавантажуємо ситуацію.
Okay, I don't get how that's the consistency of a beekeeper. Maybe I don't understand. Following the results of the talks between Putin and Witless, there is progress. Cats entered into negotiations with the occupier's fuel depot. Let that one download for a minute. Okay. Save the sheeple. Okay, I gotta watch this. I'm sorry. I know it's not Ukraine related, but Kedorov was on the ship and the sheep just ran. That's what it really is. Hold the camera straight. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, can't show that because they're modifying firearms, and you know how YouTube feels about that. Let's forward this one. And that one's been downloaded, so let's watch this one from the cats.
Nothing really matters. I wanna be the fastest. How many fucking days if I really practice?
If I leave the volume really low, maybe the YouTube's stupid bot won't recognize it. And that was taking out a Russian concentration in the southern direction. Or no, this one is demilitarization of Russian Federation. Sorry. Why do Russians always hide in the outhouse? Oh, yeah, because they're the number 2 army. Yeah, just be glad you live in Australia, because if that was an issue for YouTube, you would have had, the black sedans pulling up in front of your house if you lived in the States. And the piece de the resistance, the artillery gun at the end. Job approval on the second, or on the 100-day mark, huh? Trump has the worst approval rating of any recent U.S. president after his first 100 days. Well, Bush, Obama, Biden, Trump. Promises a lot, delivers nothing. HIMARS and a loud detonation. Discovered the Russian cannon and start the download and forward that to my channel. I'll come back and check that out after it downloads. Interviews with prisoners, not interested. Start the download for that one and check out the previous video.
Бля, ще й детонація пішла, просто ідеально. Бля, ну це чорт, дякую.
And let's check out the video from the 95th. Hey Vlad, you need to like not make your tanks so flammable. That was the 95th Brigade. Her name was Sophia. She was a volunteer, kind, bright, sensitive, one of those people who are always in the shadows, but they are the ones who keep this war going. Everything depends on them. Yesterday, a Russian missile killed her in Kiev. The missile did not hit the wrong place. It did exactly what it wanted. It killed another person who loved people and her country very much. And she was dangerous to the enemy, not with weapons, but with love, action, and light. She made life better for everyone who crossed paths with her. The peace imposed on Ukraine is contrary to Germany's interest. Trump's idea of imposing peace on Ukraine poses a challenge for future German Chancellor Merz, even before he takes office. Germany is the second largest arms suppliers to Ukraine after the US, and the US cut support. Berlin may be forced to increase aid. Germany's new government will likely remain on Ukraine's side even under pressure from Trump. Forcing peace is against Germany's interest. This will legalize Russian aggression and encourage dictators in the world. Yes, because Trump wants to be one. Will cause a new wave of refugees, up to 5 to 8 million Ukrainians who do not want to live under occupation. Only Ukraine has the right to evaluate proposals for peace or a ceasefire. Any solution must be viable and long-term. Germany will not support a peace concluded without the consent of Kyiv. Kirkorov almost burned out at work. I wish I knew who this guy was, but okay. Sparky Boom Man. A Russian singer. Okay. He thought he was Michael Jackson, or wanted to play Michael Jackson. One of the two. A new military base will be built in Estonia right near the border with Russia. According to him, in this way, the state wants to show its presence and give local residents a clear signal. Nevera is an integral part of Estonia. So 6th Ranger Regiment of the Special Forces destroyed 30 or 25 North Koreans from last month. Yeah. Oh, long post. Not going to read that. Enemy Su-30 aircraft destroyed in Russia. Opposition to Putinism is growing. Well, this would have been in yesterday's videos, because I have a video of that there already. Longer than that one, showing more detail, but you know, 3 people so far found dead in Pavlograd after the Russian UAV attack there. 6 victims hospitalized. One of the victims of the attack is a 15-year-old girl. Victims increased to 8 or 10. 8 people were hospitalized. 17-year-old boys in moderate condition. Yeah. See an explosion in Kharkiv 7 minutes ago. Drones in Klemensky. Yeah, today was announced that it will be a day of mourning in Kiev. Yeah, who cares? There was a UAV attack against the Russians in occupied Crimea. Oh, hiccups now, dang it. Local channels report that the drones attacked airfields in Novofedorivka and Kashka. Right now, there is also an attack against the Russians with explosions in Balaklava. Full outcomes of the attacks is not known.
Ой, блядь, сука!
Not much to see there, just the sounds. A drone has struck the house of the deputy head of Chechnya in Crimea. Yeah, Ukraine is resisting in Crimea. Kegseth, yeah, had another signal chat leak. Literal clown show in Washington right now. Yes, UK banned video game controllers from being exported to Russia because they were using the video game controllers to control drones. So, nice little sanction on Russia from the UK. Yeah, that's the only thing that Russia can do. Do something they don't like. We'll start World War III. It's the only threat they have. Denmark allocating 317 million for artillery shells for Ukraine. Way to go, Denmark. Okay, this is either going to be cute or it's going to be cut onions. I gotta play it though.
Занадто багато стресу для сну, да, Соломія?
Але я ж поспала, але гупає. Сильно гупала. Не сильно. Не сильно.
Все буде добре. Не налякалася.
Да. А я пішла в коридор, а тепер я пішла.
Ми спали, ми почули перший вибух, дуже сильний. Ми прокинулись, і тут же одразу було сяйво, заріво таке сильне. І гупало, да, сильно дуже був вибух. У нас в квартирі пошкоджені вікна.
Some higher quality images of the arsenal near Moscow that blew up. Yeah, nothing left in this whole area. Lot of booms there. More about the car bomb. We watched that already. Yeah, look at this ass clown.
How are you, Mr. President?
Fine, just fine, thank you.
So good to see you.
Well, at least he didn't. Fucking witless. Even uses the Russian appointed translator instead of somebody from America. Oh, what a ass clown. Powerful detonation in the Donetsk region after Ukrainian FPV drone strikes the Grad. Ooh, I love watching these ones. Oh, it's just the repeat of the initial strike. Come on, where's the Grad rocket shooting out? Come on. Aw. Disappointing. Still, I'll save that one. Yeah, no more Trump news. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's about the gist of it. Um, Trump tweeting again, just landed in Rome, good day in talks and meetings with Russia. Yeah, you're not having any meetings with Ukraine. You're telling Ukraine what they need to do, and no bueno. We are very close to a deal, and the two sides should now meet at very high levels to finish it off. Interesting quote there. Most of the major points are agreed to. Stop the bloodshed now. We will be wherever it is necessary to help facilitate the end to this cruel and senseless war. And then complaining that Zelensky has not signed the rare earth deal. Don't you mean raw earth deal, Trump? 3 weeks ago, the rare earth deal was basically extorting Ukraine and making past aid sent a debt. That's not right. Oh, Hospitaliators medical battalion was attacked in Pavlograd. That's rough. I hope Brandon didn't, and his friends are okay. But I mean, at least Russia hit a military target out of, 160,000 missiles they've used so far. One military target. Howitzer in the forest strip gets blown up. Oh, that's loud. Yeah, unfortunately, there are loopholes, and sadly, Trump is not closing those loopholes. He is actually trying to lift sanctions on Russia, so it's all kind of messed up. Save that one. Let's see what Dennis has. Not a whole lot. Let's check out null reports. Again, the car bombing is the main story today. And of course, Witless. Ukraine proposes a summit in Rome. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Everybody's already there. Yeah, I wish Trump's team would just walk away, because they're causing more. Trump's causing more issues than he's helping. After a 3-hour meeting, Putin and Trump's envoy Witless discussed restarting direct talks with Ukraine. Meanwhile, Ukraine set clear peace terms. Crimea and all occupied territories are Ukrainian. No restrictions on its military or defense sector, and NATO membership without any foreign veto. Okay. Zelensky replying to Trump. I agree with Trump. Ukraine doesn't have the weapons to retake Crimea, but we have sanctions and diplomatic pressure. He added that only Ukrainians will decide their land's fate. Occupation has no legitimacy. Russia's control is a fiction. NATO depends on partners, but Ukraine won't give up. And talks in London include potential U.S. security guarantees like Israel's. Already seen that one. Already seen that one. No Madiar today, but let's check out No, I totally agree with you there, general consensus. It's unfortunate that Trump's trying to pressure Ukraine into giving up not only territory, but its minerals as well, too. I mean, it's hand in hand. So 10:38, air alert in Kyiv. 10:39, increased air threat. You see the drones heading directly towards Kyiv now on the map. Yeah. Different country, same thing with every army. Hurry up, wait. I wish they didn't put the music and you could just hear what the guys were yelling, but I'm going to call it there for tonight. Yeah, the pain meds are kicking in, and I need to go to sleep before I got a long day set up tomorrow because I got a helper coming to help me fix a few things that I can't do alone. And I need a good night's sleep for a change. Let's go YouTube. I want to show you guys a couple things really quick. Oh, come on. Okay, I think this is the only short I have that shows these. Hey, got our first snow. Okay, this corner of this raised bed blew out. I finished digging the dirt out, got that side line backed up, nailed, screwed, and pinned in place now. That went through and got both of these raised beds ready for planting. That was a lot of work, a lot of shoveling, and a lot of like bending over the edge of this thing to dig that dirt out. But it is finally done. Got the beehive set up. So hopefully I can get a swarm trapped and get back into beekeeping. Let me just check on Rudy Acosta Jr.'s fundraiser, and cheese for the Oompa Loompa trap. I don't know if that David is the David here in chat, but I hope so. Thank you so much. And of course, I know who Dad is. Thank you very much. Even though you're trying to be the Anana Moose. Sorry, I'm still playing with that. I like that's set up. On that note, I am going to call it a night. Thank you for coming to the stream. Sorry, Kaz. Hello and bye. Please hit the share if you're my brain's messed up. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We are so close to reaching the 500 subscribers, and new and exciting things will happen after we hit 500. Yeah, LJ, Kiev just went under air alert, and then a minute later after the air alert, it went into a heightened alert. Before I play this, let me do this one full screen. As you see, the drones that were flying over Cherkasky, heading north towards Kyiv City. Anyways, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. But more importantly, keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. Gee.